Anger might feel natural, but it can be very harmful. Think of anger as a fire. It can burn bridges and damage relationships. When we get angry, we often say or do things we regret later. Instead of solving problems, anger usually makes them worse. By realizing that anger does more harm than good, we can start to let go of it. Understanding this helps us respond more calmly and thoughtfully, leading to healthier interactions and a happier life. If this is your first time here, please hit the like button and turn on notifications so YouTube can help more people like you discover this content now. Ready to confront the power of your voice? Let's dive in. Number 1. Embrace the dichotomy of control. Embracing the dichotomy of control is a fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy that can significantly enhance our ability to manage anger and emotional responses. This concept teaches us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot, allowing us to focus our energy on areas where we can make a difference and to let go of concerns that are beyond our influence. The dichotomy of control is straightforward. Some things are within our control, while others are not. According to Stoicism, we can control our thoughts, beliefs, intentions, and reactions. However, we cannot control external events, other people's actions, or the outcomes of situations. This distinction is crucial for maintaining our emotional well-being and reducing feelings of frustration and anger. When we encounter situations that provoke anger, it's easy to feel helpless or frustrated. Recognizing what is within your control allows you to redirect your energy toward productive responses rather than dwelling on frustrations. This shift in perspective is essential for breaking the cycle of destructive anger. When you accept that you cannot control others' actions, you empower yourself to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. To effectively embrace the dichotomy of control, start by identifying what aspects of any situation are within your control. This may include your thoughts and beliefs, your reactions and responses, your choices and decisions, and your attitude toward challenges. Letting go of what you cannot control is equally important. This practice involves accepting that other people will act according to their own motivations and beliefs, recognizing that external events are often unpredictable, and understanding that outcomes may not always align with your desires. Letting go doesn't mean being passive. It means freeing yourself from unnecessary emotional burdens. Mindfulness can be a powerful tool in this process. By practicing mindfulness techniques, such as meditation or simply paying attention to your thoughts, you become more aware of when you're focusing on things outside your control. This awareness allows you to redirect your attention back to what you can influence. Setting boundaries is another important aspect of embracing the dichotomy of control in relationships with others. If someone consistently behaves in a way that frustrates or angers you, consider establishing clear boundaries regarding how much time and energy you invest in that relationship. This proactive approach allows you to protect your emotional well-being while still engaging with others constructively. The benefits of embracing the dichotomy of control are numerous. First and foremost, it reduces stress by letting go of concerns about things beyond your control. Number 2, recognize that anger is destructive. Anger is a powerful emotion that can disrupt our peace of mind and damage our relationships. Anger is an emotional reaction to perceived threats, injustices, or frustrations. It can arise from various triggers: someone cutting you off in traffic, a colleague taking credit for your work, or a friend making a thoughtless comment. In these moments, anger may seem justified. Anger is often accompanied by physiological responses: increased heart rate, elevated blood pressure, and heightened adrenaline levels. These physical changes prepare us for a fight-or-flight response. While this reaction may have been advantageous for our ancestors facing immediate danger, it is less appropriate in our modern lives, where most conflicts are not life-threatening. Instead of protecting us, anger typically leads to rash decisions and actions that can damage relationships and reputations. The consequences of anger can be far-reaching and detrimental. When we allow anger to dictate our actions, we risk saying things we don't mean or acting in ways that we later regret. For instance, consider a situation where you argue with a loved one. In the heat of the moment, you might say hurtful things that leave lasting scars on your relationship. Once the anger subsides, you may realize that your words were unjustified and damaging. Moreover, anger creates a cycle of negativity. When we lash out at others, it often provokes defensiveness or retaliation, leading to further conflict. This cycle can escalate quickly, resulting in ongoing disputes that strain relationships with friends, family, and colleagues. Recognizing that anger is ultimately a choice empowers us to respond differently. When someone behaves in a way that frustrates us, such as being rude or inconsiderate, we have the power to choose how we react. We can either allow ourselves to be consumed by anger or take a step back and respond with calmness and clarity. This shift in perspective is essential for breaking the cycle of destructive anger. Recognizing the destructive nature of anger is just the first step. We must also develop strategies to manage it effectively. One effective approach is to pause before reacting when you feel anger rising. This brief pause allows you to collect your thoughts and assess the situation more rationally, instead of reacting impulsively out of anger. Ask yourself questions like, is this worth my energy? Or, what might be going on in this person's life that led them to act this way? Shifting your focus away from personal offense toward empathy or understanding can significantly reduce feelings of anger. Engaging in daily reflection also plays a vital role in managing anger effectively. By managing your anger effectively, you create healthier interactions with others based on understanding rather than conflict. Reducing anger allows for clearer thinking and better decision-making, since you're not clouded by intense emotions. In conclusion, recognizing that anger is destructive is essential for emotional mastery and personal growth. By understanding the nature of anger as a choice influenced by our judgments, and by implementing practical strategies for managing it, we empower ourselves to respond more thoughtfully rather than reactively. Number 3. Choose kindness over anger. Choosing kindness over anger is a powerful principle rooted in Stoic philosophy that can transform our emotional responses and improve our relationships. While anger often arises as a reaction to perceived wrongs or frustrations, responding with kindness can diffuse tension, foster understanding, and create a more positive environment. This approach not only benefits our interactions with others, but also enhances our own emotional well-being. Kindness is an intentional act of goodwill and compassion toward others. It involves recognizing the humanity in those around us and choosing to respond with empathy rather than hostility. In contrast to anger, which can lead to conflict and division, kindness promotes connection and understanding. When we choose kindness, we acknowledge that everyone has their struggles and challenges, which can help us respond more compassionately. Choosing kindness over anger has numerous benefits for both our mental health and our relationships. First and foremost, responding with kindness can help diffuse tense situations. When we react with anger, it often escalates conflict and leads to further misunderstandings. In contrast, a kind response can de-escalate tension and create an atmosphere of cooperation. Moreover, kindness fosters stronger relationships. When we treat others with respect and compassion, we build trust and rapport. This foundation of goodwill makes it easier to navigate conflicts when they arise, because both parties feel valued and understood. Over time, these positive interactions contribute to a more supportive and harmonious environment. Choosing kindness also has significant benefits for our own mental health. Acts of kindness release feel-good hormones in the brain, such as oxytocin and serotonin, which can elevate our mood and reduce stress levels. When we respond to frustration with kindness instead of anger, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that enhances our overall well-being. Choosing kindness over anger is not just about immediate interactions. It has long-term effects on our emotional landscape and relationships. Over time, consistently responding with kindness cultivates emotional resilience, an ability to bounce back from challenges without becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions. Moreover, as we practice kindness regularly, it becomes ingrained in our habits and thought patterns. We start seeing the world through a lens of compassion rather than frustration, leading us to approach situations with greater patience and understanding. This transformation not only benefits us individually, but also creates ripple effects in our communities. When we choose kindness in our interactions, whether at work, at home, or in public, we contribute to a culture of empathy and support that encourages others to do the same. In conclusion, choosing kindness over anger is a powerful practice rooted in Stoic philosophy that can profoundly impact our lives and relationships. Number 4. Practice mindfulness and reflection. Practicing mindfulness and reflection is essential for managing anger effectively and cultivating emotional resilience. Mindfulness involves being fully present and engaged in the moment without judgment. It requires paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment. This heightened awareness allows us to observe our emotional reactions as they arise, rather than becoming overwhelmed by them. In the context of anger management, mindfulness helps us recognize when we are feeling angry or frustrated. Instead of reacting impulsively, mindfulness encourages us to pause and reflect on our emotions. This pause creates space for rational thinking and allows us to choose how we respond rather than simply reacting out of habit. Practicing mindfulness offers numerous benefits that can aid in managing anger. First, it increases our awareness of our emotional states, helping us identify triggers and patterns in our responses. Second, it enhances emotional regulation. By observing our emotions without judgment, we learn to manage them more effectively. Third, mindfulness has been shown to reduce stress levels, which can help prevent anger from escalating in challenging situations. Finally, being present in the moment improves our ability to concentrate on tasks and interactions without being distracted by negative emotions. One of the simplest ways to practice mindfulness is through mindful breathing. When you feel anger rising, take a moment to focus on your breath. Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose, allowing your abdomen to expand. Hold your breath for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this process several times, focusing solely on your breath. This practice helps center your thoughts and calm your mind, allowing you to approach the situation with greater clarity. At the end of each day, take a few moments to review your experiences. Reflect on any instances where you felt angry or frustrated and ask yourself questions like, what triggered my anger? How did I respond? What could I have done differently? This daily review helps reinforce learning from experiences, while also encouraging gratitude for positive moments throughout the day. Practicing mindfulness and reflection is essential for managing anger effectively and cultivating emotional resilience. Mindfulness enhances our awareness of emotions as they arise, while allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. Reflection provides valuable insights into our triggers and behaviors over time. By incorporating these practices into daily life through techniques such as mindful breathing, body scans, journaling, daily reviews, and meditative reflection, we empower ourselves to navigate challenges with greater clarity and composure. 5. Reflect on the transience of life. Reflecting on the transience of life is a profound practice rooted in Stoic philosophy that can help us manage our emotions, particularly anger. This practice involves recognizing the fleeting nature of our existence and the impermanence of all things, including our conflicts and grievances. By contemplating mortality and the temporary nature of life, we can gain perspective on what truly matters and learn to let go of trivial frustrations. In our daily lives, we often become consumed by anger over minor inconveniences or perceived injustices. A colleague may make a dismissive comment, or a friend may cancel plans at the last minute. In these moments, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture and allow anger to cloud our judgment. However, when we remind ourselves that life is transient and that both we and others will eventually face our mortality, many of these grievances begin to seem insignificant. By recognizing that conflicts are temporary and that holding on to anger only prolongs suffering, we can choose to respond with greater calmness. When faced with anger-inducing situations, try asking yourself questions like, will this matter in 5 years? Or, is this worth my emotional energy? These questions can help you assess whether your anger is justified or if it stems from an irrational judgment based on momentary frustrations. As you cultivate this practice of reflecting on transience, you may find that your emotional responses begin to change. You might start to feel less bothered by minor irritations and more focused on responding with kindness and understanding. This transformation not only benefits your own emotional well-being, but also enhances your relationships with others. Ultimately, embracing the idea of transience allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater grace and resilience. By recognizing that both conflicts and emotions are temporary, we empower ourselves to let go of anger and frustration in favor of compassion and connection. In conclusion, reflecting on the transience of life is a powerful tool for managing anger and cultivating emotional resilience. By acknowledging the fleeting nature of our experiences and prioritizing what truly matters, we can shift our focus away from trivial grievances toward deeper connections with ourselves and others. This perspective not only helps us respond more calmly in challenging situations, but also enriches our overall experience of life, leading us toward greater peace, fulfillment, and understanding in an ever-changing world. As we wrap up our discussion on managing anger, let's focus on some important lessons for living a happier life. First, it's crucial to recognize that anger can be destructive. It clouds our judgment and harms our relationships. By understanding that we can control how we react to anger, we empower ourselves to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. I sincerely hope that this message has been useful to you. I want to congratulate you greatly for having finished the video. That means that you want to improve as a person. If you like the video, leave your comment. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and join us. Thank you for your attention.